Greetings and welcome back to room 303 in our chats with Emily as we are calling our readings through the poetry of Emily Dickinson. We are in the Johnson edition and we turn now to poem 651, So Much Summer. Now this is Emily playing around with syntactical structure in ways that almost make this poem beyond difficult to read. But I think if we work through the syntax, we'll be able to figure out the game that Emily's playing. And I think it is, in fact, a game. Our assumption is that you've been following our stuff at learnstrong.net. Down that left-hand side, chats with Emily's our playlist. I'm hopeful that you've worked through our set of introductory comments as well as the preceding 650 poems. We just finished with 650. Pain has an element of blank. And even you can remind yourself that in that set of lines, there was a certain kind of game playing with syntax. Emily is the great game player of language. She gives license to all of us as poets to play that game, and we'll certainly enjoy it here. Now, we have another relationship poem here referenced the lady with the guinea. Now, some have pointed out that with the guinea suggests maybe she's married. We have no idea who this person is, but one more time, it's clear that Emily, can we say, begs or longs for some kind of a relationship with this individual, this lady with the guinea. Of course, you can read, as so many of these poems, you can read this all as symbolism, and what is it like to want something so badly and not to get it? She says it this way: so much summer, me for showing illegitimate, would a smile's minute bestowing too exorbitant to the lady with the guinea? Look, if she should know crumb of mine, a robin's larder would suffice to stow. I think the key word of the poem is suffice, as in enough. If I could just get this little thing, namely, what? Just maybe a smile would be enough, she's going to suggest. Notice we go from bestowing to stow. It's quite brilliant. Now, again, she'll begin by pointing out that whatever happened between she and this lady with the guinea was a summer, so much summer, right? Good times, we might say, that it was also illegitimate, which again will lead some to interpret the lady with the guinea as in a married woman. So much summer, me for showing illegitimate. And it's possible that is the key word of the poem. Would a smile's minute bestowing, and then you would finish this syntax with be too exorbitant to the lady with the guinea? In other words, am I asking too much? That at least there would be possibly at least a smile? Can I just get a smile? And then, interestingly, she uses the word look with the dash to follow. Right. If from a smile, maybe just a look, maybe at least some attention be paid. If she, notice she capitalized, should know crumb of mine. Now, of course, brilliant, right? Because know, K-N-O-W, crumb of mine, as in to acknowledge crumb of mine, as opposed to know, N-O, crumb of mine. If you're hearing this poem read aloud and you're not reading it, it's quite brilliant, right? Crumb of mine, the crumbs from the table, if you will. A robin's larder, of course, the larder, the cupboard, right, where you store food and the like. The nest, if you will. A robin's larder, we're familiar with her use of robins and other birds as well, would suffice to stow. Notice we go from smiles minute bestowing to just enough to stow, just a little bit. Now, I think the argument she's making here is that it is hard to love and to not feel a reciprocity in that love, giving. Okay? At 2b, well, the syntax is a little bit confusing, but I think once you work through it, it's not that hard. By the way, notice all the economy language of this poem, right? The language of money and the like. At 3a, I can't help but read this poem and think about Lord Byron's She Walks in Beauty. And you'll remember, we've given full lectures on it at learnstrong.net, but you'll remember that he talks about this amazing, beautiful person that maybe he'll never get to be with. And of course, it's always been the question, who is it that he's actually describing in Byron's perfect woman? Finally, at 3b, when was a time that your attentions were not returned, and how did that make you feel as you just looked for one smile? Thank you.